If you love someone for their looks, it's an obsession. If you love someone for their kindness, it's admiration. If you love someone for their money, it is interest.
If you love someone because they love you, it is empathy. If you are confused why you love someone, it is definitely love. If everybody listening also struggles like us with love, today's episode should help you a little bit to understand how to express love, at least, if not everything about love. So, with Valentine's Day on the 14th, we thought we should do a love related topic. But you know us, we did not want to go the usual route, so we still be able to talk about love. So, we decided to talk about love languages. You might ask us, what new drama is this? So, some of you might already be aware of what this new drama is, but then this is not new. There is a book, there is a website, there is all that jazz available on the internet, and people are talking about the love languages that are there.
Cool. So I will go ahead and with Googling ritual of ours, mine, ours, whatever you want to call it.
Yours.
So, what is a love language? A love language is the way in which you give and receive love. There are 5 love languages.
Which
Number
are?
1 being words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gift, acts of service, and physical touch. Not everyone communicates love in the same way.
So basically, the usage of these languages is that you're trying to recognize your preferences. And the preferences of your loved ones, obviously. You're trying to identify the root of your conflicts, because there is going to be conflict if there is miscommunication of any sorts. And you are basically trying to connect in a more deeper way and, get more closer to your loved ones.
Yes, exactly.
And I also say this often. So imagine this scenario where someone who can speak only in Punjabi or any French, Spanish, any language, and somebody who can speak just English. And we make them sit in a room and ask them to have a conversation. Even if they are speaking about the same thing, say suppose you and I do not speak the same language. Even if we are sitting in the same room, speaking the same things about the same topic, I mean, what do you think? Will we able to have a conversation?
Hello, because of course they will struggle even to trying making a conversation, and eventually they'll get frustrated, like
Exactly.
because you're not able to understand.
Yes. So these love languages are important to understand and be understood. You and I can both speak in English. We're trying to convey our point using the language English. Let's just say by figuring out what languages these are, we're trying to do the same thing.
And the best part is that they are not just limited to your partner. It includes your family and your loved ones and your friends. Why don't we begin by briefing about these love languages so that the concept becomes more relatable to everyone?
Okay. So yes, this is another test that
Ding,
is
ding, ding, ding.
this is another test that is available online. We will link the test in the description. There is also a book if you want to do a more in-depth study. There is also a book. We will try and link the book also somewhere. So we took the test already. We know our results already. Anmol is a little disappointed with the last 2 languages that she has already, but all right. But then we'll discuss our results while we explain the love languages.
Cool.
All right, so there are 5 love languages. So the first one, in no order of preference. So I'm not saying that this should be the highest among your preferences. I'm just saying that just because we have to
We chose to begin
with this. Yes. So words of affirmation is the language that I chose to begin. Maybe because
it's
it's
related
important.
to,
It's
because
important.
our podcast is verbal, so it's basically verbal
Yeah,
acknowledgement.
this is on pronto reasoning then that Anmol is giving. But all right, so people who have, like, once you take this test you will have the result. So if your love language is among the 5 love languages, yours is on the top, is words of affirmation. You will value verbal acknowledgements of affection. So frequent I love yous, compliments, appreciation, any verbal encouragement. I think these people like digital communication, texting, and social media engagement also. People, anybody who has words of affirmation as their first language. Written and spoken words show affection to these people, and they matter. So words matter to them more than people would acknowledge. To further explain, so if your love language is words of affirmation, me telling you that you look pretty, you did a good job, this is a nice thing for you to do, saying
It
what
is-
I feel, wording my emotions is going to be a big deal for you. And this
it
is
is the kind of language which most likely I would appreciate.
yes. And I think this is when we say that if your love language is words of affirmation, you will feel loved when somebody does this to you, like says I love you and I miss you and I need you, any
Anything,
partner wise,
partner wise, or
Yeah,
even
yeah.
even if your mom is saying,
that
I love you to you.
so that will be important to you, and you will express love also in this way. Like your default expression of love is going to be this.
So what percentage is your word, if you wouldn't mind sharing?
No,
What is your percentage
it's on
for
the
word of
fourth, like I say, out of
out of
five,
your five
it's
love
on the
languages?
fourth
It's on the
number,
fourth
and
one.
it's 17% out of 100. It is 17%. So words of affirmation is
So
there.
for mine, it's on third number,
Hmm.
and it's also 17%, but it's on third number.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So the next one being the quality time. So people whose love language is quality time, and I am that people.
I am that people on the my second most,
Second most one.
the second love language that
My 1/3, which is my 33%.
23%.
Okay, so 33% is quality time, which is the most important love language. So they like, if quality time basically makes you feel more adored, and when their partner actively wants to spend time with them, and this is always hands down the go-to hangout sort of
For
scenario
them, for them, yes.
for them, yeah. So they particularly love when they
There
listen
is-
active listening.
There is no
and-
passive listening. I think for them, passive listening is going to get on their nerves.
yeah,
This gets on my nerves also. So
mine too. High five.
so if I'm trying to have a conversation with you, I will look you
Directly in the
eye, and I will look at you, and I will try not to pick my phone. I will basically detach from
everything, and you're
else.
able to communicate, you're able to actively participate in the conversation, and
I will-
prioritize full presence.
So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to prioritize the person in front of me. And because if quality time is not there, I don't think I feel loved, because because there is no quality time, I will feel less loved. Or aisa nahi hai that you have to spend every day with me.
No, it's not like that. It has to be meaningful, doing
So even
recreational activities,
even
meaningful
if
time.
it's 15 days,
Even if it's playing Sudoku, for
like just you, me, not no phone, no people shouting your name and pulling you out, and then you coming back, coming.
Undivided actual intent to make a conversation, intent to stay. So quality time is something.
I think the most quality time that I've ever gotten is from my dog, cause and I had a roommate when I did my first job, so I think she knows who she is. She started living with me, and we had this ritual. We would cook, clean, come back from work, cook, clean, and then we would watch like an episode or two of Friends. That was a ritual, and that was us spending time with each other. That was like something intentional that we did. That
on that note, while you're discussing this.
So like we would on because Saturday Sunday was off, so we would decide like as to we would divide all the household tasks,
Mhm.
and this is your work and this is my work, and we would finish every goddamn thing, and then
So that you're going to
Saturday,
spend quality time.
yes, come
Oh,
Saturday
this is
afternoon,
good.
we would
Goals.
cook pulao, eat pulao because we loved pulao,
Mhm.
and then we would sit down and watch a movie.
Ah.
I haven't, like, I am a person, if like I watch movies as background noise, like I use movies as background noise, sadly. Now like I am trying, because there is passion and there is effort in people creating that. So I'm trying whatever I consume, whatever media I consume very intentionally, and I sit and I give it my 100% attention. But then previously it was just background noise. But she would make me, I haven't sat with someone like so intentionally as I used to sit with her. She would just sit there with me, watch a movie or two, and then 5 o'clock we would have tea and discuss, these are the parts that I liked in the movie and these are the parts that I did not like in the movie. Let's go have momos. So it was very intentional.
Intentional quality
Spending time with me was very intentional for her, and I felt really loved and really appreciated.
I just realized while you were just mentioning all of this, like I have a lot of best friends, and with everyone I have a certain area to spend quality time with. Because there's this best friend of mine, she's in Germany now, and we used to go on drives. She's my only friend with whom I used to go on long drives. Then I have friends. There's a friend of mine with whom I only watch football, because we specifically,
That's
football,
the area of
the
interest.
area of interest. There's a friend who lives like 7 minutes away. For her, it's like a homely thing. I go at her place, she cooks for me. She comes at my place, we cook. We go out together, we eat. So we love eating, like that
Food.
foodie people. Then I have a best friend, one of my college best friends and my school best friends. We have this thing of going to, of course, post COVID we have not been able to go to movies, but two of us always, when we used to meet, we used to first watch a movie, then do anything else.
One friend I have, I watch all the Avengers movies with her and only her. Like she was traveling because of work, and she was not here, she was not in Chandigarh, she was traveling to Manali. And she came back and Eternals had just come out, and she's like, dude, do you want to watch Eternals with me? I'm like, yes, I'll drop everything and I'll watch Eternals with you. And I literally dropped everything, and I'm like, come, let's
I have, like, we have those quality time decided, and that the area of interest could be different, but we know that this is the time. And whenever I meet, I think I've just come to realize, whenever I meet my friends, I have a specific area of quality time planned for us, and they understand it very well.
I think that's where you connect also.
Like me and my brother, every time he's here, we are going to watch an animated series. He's going to suggest, we begin watching. Like he recommended Brotherhood. Both of us, and our parents and our eldest sibling, she used to be so pissed at what do you both do all the time? You're just sitting and watching TV. But we used to love what he used to show me that, okay, this is like, he was watching Attack on Titans. So like, now you sit with me, we are going to watch it, and we are going to watch it from day to morning. But coming back to the topic, now you know that we and Yasha and I, we love spending quality time, and that's
together.
I think it's been
I
very
think
much clear.
Before we were meeting for the podcast also, we never met very often, because like the placement of where we live
and whenever we used to
meet,
we want the quality time aspect to follow.
We would spend like we will give each other undivided attention. So
I really like this about you. You have the etiquette or whatever we call, but you put your phone down without me having to tell you, oh, put your phone down, because
I do that. And if I like, that is something very intentional with me. And people around me, people who actually know me, don't, like, if by chance that I'm with you and I am picking, like, say suppose I pick up and I have to take a call or I have to text back, unless and until it is really important and it cannot wait, I will not reply back, and I will not if I can avoid that call, I'll text back that I'll get to you later on. That is very intentional with me. And if I happen to do that, people don't do it, like, people don't hold it against me, that why are you replying and why are you doing this, because they know that it has to be really 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 urgent for her to pick up her phone and reply back.
Yes.
Yes, so that is something, if you love me, you know this about me, that like I don't
Like
do that.
you don't compromise on the time factor of it.
Yes.
And since we are just last thing that I want to mention about quality time, I was actually opening my own result. It says that distractions, postponed activities, or failure to listen can especially be hurtful
Yes, it
for
is
people
Oh.
whose love language is quality time.
It hurts in places that where there is no healing from.
Now I know why I get cranky when I'm
When-
not able to get quality time, because that is my love language.
that is on the top of
On the
your-
top of my love language
which
chart.
I think the next love language is acts of service, which is on the top of my list.
Oh,
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
It's my third one. No, it's my second one. 27%.
Oh, so yours and mine is
Top two are the
it's
same
the top
one.
two are the
Yeah.
same one. All right. So acts of service is I would value if my partner or anybody would go out of their way to make my life easier some way. This sound his sentence, this makes me sound like such an evil person.
This is your love language. Basically, you like acts of service as a love
So
language
like
more than anything else.
so like bringing me food if I'm sick, making me coffee, say yeah that. So my love language is acts of service, and I have always, because this is my love language, this is how I express my love also. So if my friends come over, it is like hardly a case where like wherein I'm like, I am not the one cooking or I'm not the one making coffee stuff.
But these are little things, little
Yes,
things that
but
matter.
then this
like
like
you say.
recently, like just recently, after my mother, my friend is the only person who has made.
Oh, I saw the post.
Yes, so that
You know who you are.
So yeah, so she made me coffee while in bed, like in bed. Otherwise, I wake up, brush, and freshen up. She made me coffee. Like, no, you will not do anything. You just sit there. I did not even get out of the quilt. She just.
This is so sweet.
It is so random and it was so sweet.
I used to like puppy. Oh my god, it was my mom and my brother and my sister. I think of course, I think apart from my family has kept me like princess. I would
Yes,
go on.
they
a-
have.
They have kept me like a
They
princess. I always get everything on my bed.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So I think picking up dry cleaning, if I've had a busy day at work,
I would love
acknowledging
that. I would love that. I
Yeah.
remember during my brother recently, one of my brother recently got married, and every time anyone used to ask me that, Anmol, what do we have to do? I was like, there are a lot of things you have to do, but that will be on the timing. So when I needed their help, when I needed their act of service, I knew I used to call. I knew which person to call, who's going to help me with it.
Yes, so
And it includes you and
yeah.
two of my other friends who helped me a lot.
So-
One brought up, let's say, जैसे वो नोटों की गड्डियाँ चाहिए होती है, and one of them I missed to buy a clothing item. So he especially went
To buy.
save day to buy and get it done. I was like, oh
Aw.
my god, thank you so much. So their act of service was
Yes.
something that makes me love them even more.
And for us, I think actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
So quality time is also like act, like it's you will have to move your peaches. So I mean, for me to because I also function that ways, I will go out of my way. If you say that this is something that I like, if I have to go out of my way to do it for you, I will do it for you. Like, it's like that. So it's one of my friends, she says that I don't have to tell you that this is what I need from you. Yeah, I am feeling burdened and you can do this to make me feel lighter, or maybe you can take on a little bit of workload to help. I think that comes very naturally to me.
No, it does. Like the very recent example, like a few minutes ago, from now, Yashan, it's cold, of course, and Yashan knows that my if my nose is troublesome, I get problem. So she was like, okay, quickly before we begin anything, I'm going to make a cup of green tea for you. I got a rose green tea for you. She's making, I still have the, glass by my side. So this is the act of service that naturally
it's something
is
very
appreciated.
natural. So for anybody who has to make me feel loved has to be kind around me
and do acts of service.
Yes,
like Yasha
yes.
just made green tea.
Yeah, so small things.
Small things,
I
yeah.
can move mountains on my own, I think, but then tiny things is where you play a role. Like a partner would play a role. So yeah.
So I think these are, let's say, more of comfortable and highly cherished areas that we prefer. And if we are moving on to the next category, and I will subtly cringe on the next one on the list, which is gifts. So
nothing cringy about it.
Nothing cringy
जिनको
about
पसंद
it.
है, जिनको उनको
But
पसंद है.
yeah, जिनको पसंद है उनको पसंद है, like that kind of thing. So gifts is a pretty straightforward love language. You feel loved when people give you, let's say, visual symbols of love.
Physically, मतलब कुछ दे देना.
Like something like that. So it doesn't necessarily have to have a very, let's say, a huge monetary value, or it should just be symbolic.
It's not that, like, people often perceive people who have love language, receiving gifts or giving gifts as their love language as lalchi or greedy or
no,
gold. It's just that when there is a physical representation of somebody's love, they like it. Like even if it's just like a chocolate or just a rose, something as tiny as like a flower or like a hair clip would also make them feel, as long as it's something physical. I mean, I think that is I feel that is because it shows them that the person was thinking of them even when they were not with them.
Exactly.
Money.
Like my my bhabi, which is my sister-in-law. So when she met me for the first time, she doesn't watch football. She has zero knowledge about football. But she got me a Manchester United cover for my phone case. And I was like, oh my god,
that's so good.
That is like it's not your area of interest. She made sure that
acts of service.
Acts of service.
You saw
and
it.
It's gifts.
So you saw for her it was a gift.
So I really appreciated it
because she had to go out of her way to do
this for me. And every time someone asks me, where did you get this from? And I was like, my bhabhi got it from me. And I'm #flex. So gift giving process is like a careful reflection that you deliberately choose an object that represents the relationship or the emotion. It either has an emotional benefit from receiving that. It was an emotional benefit for me that, oh my god,
yes,
like that. So people whose love language is receiving gifts and they enjoy being gifted something that is both physical and meaningful, like you said. So the key is to give meaningful things that matter to them and reflect their values and not necessarily yours.
So this was like if your bhabhi, like, make her take this test, but then if she I think gifts should be in the top 3
for her, because because she gifted me something that was not meaningful to her, but it is very much meaningful to me, and I really appreciate it.
Yes. So the 5th one, which is also the last one, is physical touch. Maybe I think people misinterpret it as people being very desperate, people whose love language is physical touch, them being very desperate. I don't think that is the case, because my best friend, her top, or I think the second one is this, she's just a very cuddly person. She will hold my hand. She would when she would sleep, I'm not like, it's on her top and this is on the bottom
for you,
and she's my best friend.
Physical touch is on the bottom for me. I was like, oh,
disappointed.
I am a cuddly person. How is this?
So no, you're very selectively cuddly.
Yeah.
she appreciates holding hands. Like even if she's walking in the mall with me, she would hold my hand and then walk. So that is with friends and like boyfriends and family, that would be a
her
constant
general behavior.
that would be a constant for her. So I think it is really important not to like look at physical touch as a in a derogatory sense.
But physical touch can actually be incredibly affirming and serve as a powerful emotion connector for people with this love language.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a partner, it could include kissing, holding hands, cuddling, getting intimate. Physical intimacy and touch can, as you said, can be affirming. I think this is a lot of people say that जो इसकी roots हैं go back to our childhood. So some people feel this connection from when they were held, when they were a baby, they were held, they were kissed, and they were touched. So people who communicate through this language, you give them their, like, if they have your consent, they would like to hug you, they would like to be hugged, and they would kiss you, and they would like to be kissed, and
basically
cuddled.
the warmth and comfort that comes with physical touch.
Yes, because it is like
my mind, oh my god, today's session, because I have a 4-month-old nephew, and earlier, of course, till the time he was 3 months, he was not like fully able to understand what's going around him. So he was here a few days back, and I was hugging him and going back, and he was laughing. Now I know why, because he was able to understand that I was hugging him out of love, and that was a physical touch, and then I was going back. So he was laughing because he, the love was
a lot.
It was receiving. He was able to
a
receive
child characteristics jo solidify, I mean, people as babies, I think we solidify till I think up until 7 years of age.
Yeah.
So all the trauma that has to happen happens up until them. All the good things that have to happen until then. All the perceptions and the biases, whatever need have to be form up until you are 7 years old, and then uske baad things keep solidifying
in your character.
Yes.
And you really need to have that changing and evolving mentality.
Mindset. So uske baad it becomes about your mindset. Like,
how would you want to evolve and grow?
Yeah. So as far as the love languages are concerned, I think we explained all the love languages to you. We explained why they're important. We explained how you can use them in your life. I think you should.
So what were your bottom two, and what percentage were both of them?
Bottom two is words of affirmation and receiving gifts. So that was 17% and 10%. So
my bottom two is receiving gifts and physical touch.
I know.
Receiving gifts
You've
being
been-
13% and physical touch being 10%.
I know you've been sad about this, but then it's okay.
How is this possible? Why am I like this? I'm like, why?
No, so for somebody, basically how to understand this, for somebody to get physical touch from you, they need to be able to qualify ye pehle do teen, like, so quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation. As long as this criteria is being met, the other two will be
secondary to these three.
For instance, my physical touch is at 20%. For me to be able to do that, like right now, do that.
Yeah.
This changed, by the way.
You told me
this changed, by the way. Yes. So I took it, I think, a year and a half, 2 years ago. It changed from them. But then coming back to what I was saying,
I took it in March 2021, and I took it. Yeah,
this last year.
But I took it in a very generalized way.
I did not take it in a generalized way. Apparently it's better that you don't think of a partner like one particular
person, and in a generalized way.
It
All
helps.
your relationships, every kind of relationship.
Yeah, like me, mummy, papa, didi,
bhai, bhai, those strangers,
everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
So yeah, I think that will be the only helpful thing apart from sharing the love languages that we can share with you. Please, if you take the test, share your results. We'd love to know more.
And I really hope you found this interesting, because this is something like everyone connects love with, love as like Valentine's is coming, so everyone connects love with their partner, but that is not necessarily important.
Yes, so I hope that was useful and it has some practical application in your life. On that note, bye guys.
Bye. I hope you found today's episode a good thought to share with you guys, and I'd like to thank you for listening to us. Be sure to check out our Twitter and Instagram handles, and you can write to us at countingthoughts@gmail.com. If you have any, let's say, thoughts or topics that you would want us to count for you, let us know. And please subscribe to our podcast on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, or whatever podcast platform that you're using. Leave us a review and share it with anyone who might, enjoys listening to us. Thanks again. See you soon. Bye.